Welcome to next time. Let's go. Vakkiri, here we come. Don't mind me as I have my weapon out. I'm able to rest? Well, that's good. You meet for the first time a colony of serviles on Susi Island. There's a good deal of astonishment on both sides. The creatures seem to have done well on their own, much better than you would have suspected. They have moved into the Shaper ruins and made them their own. They have crops, shops, and guard patrols. The serviles, in turn, are speechless. They have clearly been without Shaper influence for many years, and they have no idea how to react. They look overjoyed, relieved, and terrified at the same time. Most of all, though, they look expectant. They watch you carefully, gauging your every move, wondering how you are going to treat them. The power of the Shapers has always completely overwhelmed that of their creators. You, however, don't have the full power of the Shapers. You are weak, tired, untrained, and alone. Fortunately, they don't seem to know that. Good. Good. Welcome. Welcome, Outlander, to our glorious hovel. Hello. The servile is working hard to grow small green vegetables. She seems to be doing very well considering her lack of supervision. She bows. Welcome to my humble plot of land, Shaper. What are you raising? Just simple vegetables. They aren't a creation, just ordinary food. You look closer and see that she is correct. I am looking for information. Is there anyone here who can help me? You should talk to Learned Pinner. She points to the northwest. She lives in the building back there in the woods. Never mind. You can return to your work. Thank you, Shaper. You are very kind. You're damn right I am. Yes, weak, tired, and uncouth, and... Hello. You meet one of Vakkiri's guards. He is a servile wielding an old, dented, but very sharp sword. The guard bows. He seems slightly nervous about your intentions. Greetings, Shaper. No. We need a more nervous voice. No, I can't sound like Shaggy. Let's try that again. Greetings, Shaper. How may I assist you? Great. What are you guarding against? Rogue creatures are common in the woods north and east of here. We never know when some of the most trouble the Vakkiri need to be dealt with. Where can I find any aid and information? You should speak with Leader Kobar. He is in the feasting hall at the southwest corner of town. I don't need any more assistance. The guard bows once again and continues on his rounds. Yes, his rounds. Oops. I keep pressing, Alt instead of Tab. Go ahead and explore on our own. Grimith the Explorer. Grimith the Explorer. Oh, we should probably save the game. New slot. Alright. Who are you? Ham. This servile's robes have been heavily stained and in places dissolved. He is surrounded by the tools he uses to make useful potions and powders. Even for this village, this is odd. These sort of magical workings are reserved for the Shapers alone. The servile bows to you. He doesn't seem ashamed or worried. He says, Welcome, Shaper. Welcome at last. I am Ham. Welcome to my home. You know how to make potions? How? Well, I am glad you asked. When you Shapers left, you left behind many things. This was long ago. We have had many years to study your writings and artifacts. We had no choice. It was a matter of survival, after all. You should be proud to have achieved so much. Gonna, slip in some words to fuck with their minds, and then later on I'll control them all, okay? Ham beams with pride. I am so grateful that you think so. Though I am awakened, I still have a great deal of respect and admiration for your kind. Thank you for that respect. Where do you find artifacts? Why, they were all over, he points to the box in the corner. I found that in some ruins recently, but I can't get the lock open, he thinks. We awakened believe in fair trades. If you can find a way to get that box open, I'd gladly pay you for your time. I am sure you could use more supplies. I have another question. I can use some more supplies. Ham has achieved a dangerous level of mastery and skills normally reserved for Shapers. While this is worrying, you can't deny that his stock could be extremely useful in your travels on this island. Okay, prices here are slightly expensive. We can buy stuff? I'm not interested in buying any stuff. So he said something about... we'll have enough mechanics. Okay. And this? Not yours. Select to steal it. I don't feel like stealing. I mean, I could. I don't feel like it. Apothecary. Hello. Right. Southwest corner of town. Learning halls. All seekers of wisdom may come in. We'll make our way to the... well... We technically, at least on this map, seem like we're on the southwest, right? Right. These are the ruins of another shaping hall. Shapers worked here to build the creatures this town needed to function. They would make flowers and... thods? Defense orcs to breed and so on. Okay. Oh, there's Learned Pinner. You meet a very old servile, one of the oldest you've ever seen. They are made to live for a very long time, and this one is definitely trying to set a record. She is stooped and withered. She must be well over 100. I don't think I can do an old woman voice. I've tried. When she sees you, she has to exert a great effort to keep from breaking down. She is clearly overwhelmed with emotion. She stares up at you with awe, as if her god has stepped down to earth to face her. Maybe it has. With a trembling voice, she says, "Welcome. Welcome, Shaper. I am Learned Pinner. Welcome to my home. Welcome back at last." Why do you have the word learned before your name? It is a mark of respect for my people. I have been alive for many, many years, and I know much history. I will share it with you if you want. Your kind has been away for very long. I'm like holding my right arm stiff and like moving it as if I were like walking forward with a cane. Sometimes I get too animated with these things. Why is Susia Island barred? Why was it abandoned? We do not know. Your kind left 2 centuries behind. They left behind us serviles. They did not tell us why they left. I have an idea, though, of where you might get a clue of why the isle was abandoned. Tell me more. Where should I look? To the north of here, there is a large ruin. I think it was once a school where your kind learned their arts. Such a place would have had a servant mind, and that mind might have been told more of why Susia was abandoned. Go there and see if you can learn anything from the servant mind. Be careful, though. There are rogue creations in there. If there weren't, I could have gone and looked myself. Another question. Learned Pinner. Pinner watches you carefully, eager to see what she can do to assist you. Sometimes she looks around the ruins about her, self-conscious about their crumbling conditions. Why is everyone so in awe of me? She seems confused. You are one of our creators. You made us serviles, and you can make us disappear. All we have and are, we owe to you. Your disappearance has been difficult for us, and not all of us know how we should treat you. Well, you know, because I might use you all as an army of my own devising, looks like you are doing very well for yourselves. I have no plans to interfere. She looks very pleased. I am sure many here will be relieved to see it. For some, your arrival has been the cause of fear. In addition to love, of course. You are very kind. I have found some very strange artifacts on this island. Do you know anything about them? I think you mean the canisters? The large glass cylinders with the glowing matter inside? I have some of the fragments of them in a back room. They were created by the Shapers here before they left. What are they for? I've never seen one before. We know that the Shapers made them here on this island. We serviles do not use them. To do so kills us instantly. We tend to fear your Shaper creations. We don't do anything with them. I have used one. It changed me. It made me more powerful. Are they dangerous? I do not know. I see nothing unusual about you other than the fact that you are a Shaper. If you use more of them, I can look at you and see if I see a change. I require a boat to escape from this island. Do you know where I can find one? You should find and speak with Leader Gobar. If anyone here would know of that, he would. Okay. Thank you, lady. New quest has been added to my list of things. That's good. I can take a mug. and read a book. This is an old Shaper book. The serviles here have very reverently placed it here and taken care of it for many years. The mere fact that it belonged to the Shapers makes it incredibly valuable to them. They must not realize that it is just an old ledger. The records, budgets, and inventories within were probably useless even before the island was abandoned. It doesn't matter, though. All that matters is that it belonged to the Shapers. So they're old ledgers? They're old ledgers. Okay. What's going on in here? Not mine. Okay. Take a bunch of bowls and beakers. Apparently no one cares if I steal bowls and beakers. Apparently they're not going to begrudge me a bowl or beaker. That's good. Well, that was exciting. Yes, it was. Shut up, old woman. You can't do an old crone voice that well. That's because I'm not an old crone. Also, his feet hurt. Hello. Return your work. Just want to see whether you are anyone exciting. You're not really. Oh, what's going on in here? Oh. Damn. You people in your traps. You people in your traps. So tricksy. Tricksy little servants. Not my fruit. Not my fruit. Don't know why I constantly look through containers when I can't steal things. I think it's a habit. It's a bad habit I've picked up. Besides, there might be something that I might feel compelled to steal, really. Gold discs, for example. That sounds exciting. Anyone up here? Besides, I might find something that's not actually claimed. You know? Maybe. Stranger things have happened, right? Hello? Dreet? You had not thought that the Shapers had made serviles with the capability to be this overweight. Maybe this breed of servile is different. Either way, this servile really fills out her robe. When she bows to you, you notice that she wears gold rings on her fingers and a necklace around her neck. Clearly some serviles are wealthier than us. Welcome, Shaper, she says. I am called Dreet of Vakkiri, recently of Pintil. You are from Pintil? Up until recently, then I came here. I wish to join the Awaken. I was tired of the serviles of Pintil and their obeah gibberish. We were made to serve, but we will do so no longer. You do not wish to serve. Why are you still called serviles? It was a difficult decision. It is our name. We did not know whether we should keep it. Finally, we did. It reminds us of who we are. It's like devolving into Deckard Cain. Good news. I can't do that. Sort of like the bloated feminine voice. Like, make her sound like portly and have like this disgusting, grotesque thing as she's choked by her jewelry. Reminds us of who we are. Whatever. I'm gonna just read a normal voice now. Reminds us of who we are and where we came from. But we on this island, we will not be servants again. You belong to the Awakened now? Yes. If you wish to learn more of the Awakened, find Cynthia. She can teach you. Tell me about the Obeyers. They believe that you Shapers are their true masters, and that, to be happy, they must follow and obey you in all things. I came here to claim fealty to the Awakened. We believe that we must rise and face you Shapers as equals. We know that there is risk in this path. We also know that it is what we must do. What sorts of things do you own? She points at the door in the east wall. Well, there is an artifact back there that we serviles can't use. It would kill us, but I suspect that it will be useful to you. For 300 pieces of gold, I would unlock the door for you. I'm not interested. Fair enough. It isn't going anywhere. Alright. Well, a possible thing that we can ask about. It doesn't seem like she would be so quick to cowl to me. Which is fine. You know, I am alone here. And I could start like some sort of catastrophe if they truly felt like they could genuinely take on the Shapers if they actually took me on in my weakened state. Then they defeat me. And then they think they can take on all Shapers. And that would be the worst thing ever for them. Because then they actually face big people Shapers and they go, no. Yes, I like the part where you told me a funny story. Then they all die. But me, I'm just a newbie, but they don't know that. You are accustomed to seeing expressions of greed and cunning in the eyes of humans. To see such entrepreneurial zeal in the eyes of a servile is highly unnerving. It is not what you expected at all. The servile walks with you eagerly. Creator or no creator, the servile wants to make a trade. Welcome, Shaper. I am Koal. Cole? Koal? We'll call him Cole. Cole. Welcome to my trading post. I exchange goods with sentient beings all over Susia Isle. You trade with other settlements on Susia? Yes, I had contacts in Pentel, even Karsk, but there have been many Grow creations wandering about, so I have lost contact with them. If you ever meet serviles named Pixley and Oth, or find out what happened to them, please let me know. I have plenty of supplies, and I gladly pay for useful information. I've never met a servile shopkeeper before. Well, in the absence of the Shapers, we have had to fend for ourselves, and that means growing and making what we need to survive, and that means trade. I deal in both servile-made goods and Shaper artifacts. I know nothing about why the Shapers left us, but thankfully they left much behind. I would like to trade with you, yes. Cole's goods, while inferior to anything you had back home, could still be very useful when navigating the wilderness of Susia Island. His goods are a mix of scavenged Shaper debris and servile-made weaponry. Prices here are extremely cheap. It looks like I can sell things to him, which I might just end up doing. Why not sell these items I am carrying around for no damn reason, right? Let me sell... Well, I can see the value for such items. I can also see that these aren't as valuable as I'd hoped. Oh well. Just go ahead and give him a bunch of those things that I'm not going to be wearing, because I already have stuff, and hopefully my equipment doesn't break down. There we go. At 96 now. Aye. The shop has 405 gold left. Now, I can't tell how strong these individual items here that I might buy could be. Oh, there we go. May slow you down. It might. They are fairly heavy. Acid thorns, steel javelin, a steel javelin. Got a bronze sword here. He's got a thorn baton. And I think... yeah, gemstones don't particularly have any sort of amazing thing for me. Well, if I need anything, I'll come to it in the future. But, no. No, don't need to buy anything right now. I think we'll go ahead and wait. And, you know, wait to spend the money until I've explored all this area. I might want the money for something else. And so I do not wish to expend it foolishly. Whatever. Let's go ahead and poke our heads in here. What's going on? Oh, there's a Brodus blade there by the looks of things. Hello. Your feet hurt. This servile is as muscular as a thought. She is a massive creature, all the more remarkable when you consider that serviles were not made for feats of strength. She notices how surprised you are by their physique. I am Brodus. I am the Vakkiri blade. I defend the serviles here from all threats. Excuse me. From all threats. She puts extra emphasis on the all. If you mean us peace, I welcome you on behalf of myself and the awakened. You are a blade. What does that mean? It means that I defend the serviles here from all threats. I am the leader of the guard and the first to fight. And with all the threats we have faced recently, I am kept very busy. And I could help you with your struggles. We hope that, when you Shapers returned, you could help us, but do not think your help will make us willingly return to servitude. There is a tribe of rogue servile bandits to the north. They are strong fighters and cunning. They raid us and take our food and weapons and wealth. They do not kill, but they take our food. This we do not need. In their raids, if you have to kill them all to do it, so much the better. I can't spare the casualties, but you have the powers of a Shaper. You should be able to destroy them with no difficulty. What sort of threats do you face? They are the rogue creations. They are all around. They appeared recently, mysteriously, and they plague us. Leader Kobar can tell you more about them if you're interested. They are also the bandits. They're extra weight in a load too heavy to bear. Another question. Hey, you said that you were awakened. Oh, excuse me. How else may I help you, Shaper? You notice that Brodus wears a massive steel sword at her side. It probably belonged to a guardian once. It's a beautiful niche. You said that you were awakened. Tell me about it. I should not. I believe it with all my heart, but that doesn't mean I am a good teacher of it, she thinks. Talk to Cynthia. She is the best among us at explaining the path. Now, you defend against all threats, even me. I do not believe that you wish to threaten us. I am not some taker to believe that the Shapers are always evil, but be warned, if you threaten us, your powers will not dissuade us from acting against you. Cool! I always wanted a friend. Well, the elders of the village eat. Oh, there's Leader Kobar, and you. Hello. Inari wears the traditional long robes of the serviles, modeled after Shaper robes. However, her robes are covered with food stains of varying ages. She's bustling around her kitchen, preparing all manner of foodstuffs to feed the serviles. With all she moves, she says, I am Inari. Welcome to my kitchen. You look hungry. I can't make voices for every single one of these characters. But what do you serviles eat? What does anyone eat? Mostly vegetables. They're grown here and forage, some bread, some meat from the orange were raised, and all of it raised or found by us with no Shaper help. Sorry, didn't mean to give you an awakened lecture there. She laughs. Looks like you were hard at work. Oh yes, I don't cook for all the serviles, but I cook for all who haven't been mated, and that is enough to keep my days very busy. It would be much easier if my best knife hasn't been stolen. It was true steel, hardened by magic, a true Shaper artifact. I would pay well to have it back, but... Oh well, Brigham probably took... I'm hungry. Could I get some food? Surprisingly, Inari isn't just giving you food. The serviles here believe in fair trades for all goods, even with Shapers. Hell, prices are expensive. Yeah, that's all for now, thanks. How dare me not be given food? That's right, Train, you tell her. She's dumb. She's a fool. Oh, you, come here. The servile woman looks up at you with interest. There is not so much of the usual awe and fear in her eyes. She looks at you as you were just another servile. It's very strange. She says, I am Cynthia, Cynthia the Awakened. I welcome you to our humble home, Shaper. You serviles all live here? All of us of Vakkiri live in these old buildings. Many of us live in these barracks, and others, those of rank and stature, live in the private homes. I, however, choose to live here. I like to be close to my fellow serviles. You serviles... Serviles? No, it should be serviles. I mean, to be servile... I guess they could have any pronunciation they want, right? Or whatever pronunciation the Shapers gave them. Isn't that right, Train? They can pronounce their race name however they choose. Absolutely, without a doubt. You tell them, Train. No one has to take, they don't have to take sass from anyone. You serviles speak very well. Who taught you to speak like that? She looks slightly offended by the question. Who taught us? We did. After the Shapers left our island, we knew how they spoke, and we started to speak that way ourselves. We know that Shapers think very little of us. That is why I became one of the Awakened. Some of us, though, do not speak as well, and do not have such aspirations. Who does not speak well? Do not give too much weight to what Clackett says, or how he speaks. He is one of us, but he is foolish, and he speaks foolishness. Do not judge me worse because of him. No question. Cynthia watches you with interest. She is too young ever to have seen a true Shaper, and she seems fascinated by the experience. What other business do you have here, Shaper? You said that you were the Awakened. Tell me more. We are a sect of serviles led by the mighty Elra, who believe that we serviles must stand up for ourselves, be proud, claim our intelligence and our birthright, and look to you Shapers as our equals. We know that many of you Shapers will not approve of this. We will take the consequences for this. If you'd like to learn more, you should speak with Elra. Tell me about him. He is the founder of the Awakened. He is our creator. He is old now, and he was the first one to stand up and tell us that we should look out for ourselves. He said that you Shapers have abandoned us, and that made us free. You should speak with him. He lives to the east, the fortress past Watch Hill. And what is your job here at Vakkiri? Elra asked me to stay here and look after the serviles here, to guide them. They are of the Awakened, but sometimes they return to their weak, old Shaper-worshipping ways. Usually it is simple, but sometimes there are difficulties. You have difficulties now. I suspect that there is a Taker spy in this village. The Takers are a dangerous rogue sect of the east, determined to foment rebellion against the Shapers. An ugly, pointless war. Oh! Brilliant. Sometimes they attempt to stir up trouble here. If you found the spy and brought him to my attention, the Awakened would thank you. That's all for now. Thanks. Fantastic. All these voices that I make for people, I'm going to promptly forget them, so don't get excited. Yeah, don't really need to talk. You don't really need to look at your stuff. Let's talk to you. Unlike the others, this servile does not... There have already been a few others who don't fear me. It's not unique. The servile does not fear you, or if he does not show it. He is clearly sizing you up, trying to figure out whether you are a help or threat to the serviles under his care. He bows to you, a very short, sharp motion all the time, keeping his eyes on you. Finally, he says, Don't know what kind of voice I should assign him. Welcome to our home. I am Leader Koba, proud awakened and the chosen leader of the tribe of Vakkiri. Vakkiri, whatever. It is a pleasure to have the Shapers among us again, at last. Oh, chosen leader. Okay, you could not fail to notice the way Kobar emphasized the word leader, or the lack of enthusiasm he put into saying the last sentence. Well, tell me more of your village. After the Shapers abandoned us, we serviles struggled for survival. Most were unable to live without your guidance. Some of us were selected by cruel nature to be allowed to survive. We have formed 3 villages that I know of. What are the other 2 villages that you know of? To the east there is Pentel. They are a feckless servile lot. You will like them. Past Pentel is Kaz. You may wish to avoid them. They are very martial, and they have little love for Shapers. They hate you, and even more, they are terrified of you. A volatile combination. No, I'm making him into like some sort of evil when I want to try to establish some sort of authoritative voice, isn't that right? You don't know of all the settlements on this island? To the north is harsh wasteland, full of rogue claw bugs and vlish. There we do not go. To the northeast are mountains, well protected by Shaper creations and traps. Beyond, we cannot go. In those places, you might find anything. I have another question. He's attempting to divine from small motions and expressions my true intentions. It'd be a pleasure. You said that you are awakened. Tell me more. All of us serviles have developed our own ways and beliefs to deal with the Shapers abandoning us. There are 3 sects. The Awakened, the Obeyers, and the Takers. Tell me of the Awakened. All in this village are of the Awakened sect. We have been awakened from the dark sleep of Shaper mastery. Our eyes are open. We wish to deal with the Shapers as equals with friendship and gratitude, but we will not be slaves to you any longer. Be wary. If you anger the Awakened, this town will no longer be open to you. Sounds like a strange new belief, but I hear some wisdom in it, you know, because I don't want to die, and I don't have a problem this thing being open to me. He looks, despite himself, relieved. I am glad to hear it. We had expected instant opposition from your kind, but if we can convince you, there may be hope for peace. Yes, convince me, yes. I am totally mighty among the Shapers, yes. I speak for all of them, absolutely. Another question. Tell me of the Obeyers. They are the ones who wish to follow. They are the ones who worship your kind as gods. You will find them to the east, as obedient as pliable as you could possibly wish. We are not fond of them. Well, tell me of the Takers. They are the mad ones. The Takers are free. They have been warped by the cruelty of their time here. They were made by the Shapers, and now they wish to overthrow them. They wish to separate from the Shapers completely, and the Shapers attempt to deal with them. They wish for combat. They are mad. We have no worship for the Shapers, but we do not hate them either. We should be wicked. So the Wicked, and the question. We should learn more of this island. When and why was it abandoned? I deal with the now and the future. I leave it to others to worry about the past. You should talk to learned Pinner. He points to the northwest. She loves your kind more than is safe. She will gladly share all of her limited knowledge with you. Oh. What dangers do you face in your village? Hunger, cold, rogue creations, all of the many perils you Shapers abandoned us to. He pauses for a moment thinking, then he says, But you know something. We serviles are not as foolish as you think. We can plan, we can trade. I can't help but notice that you are lacking supplies. If you would use some of your awesome Shaper power to aid us instead of crush us, I could provide you with useful goods of fair trade. Does that appeal to you? I will trade with you. What do you want? The main road to the east passes south of Watch Hill. It is the road to the fortress of Elra, leader of the Awakened, and recently, almost overnight, the area has become infested with rogues. We suspect that something or someone is creating them. There are too many there to be accounted for by random migration.
Go there and remove the source, and we will pay you.
We should leave this island. I require a boat. Where can I find one? Or, you know, maybe make one out of the trees around here. The many trees.
I would like to help you, Shaper, but we are trading people, and we require your help as well. There are ways you can assist us. Sometime you should speak with me of the dangers we face.
That's great. I was stranded here because a large ship might destroy my craft. Who might do such a thing?
I do not know. I can't believe that anyone would attack a Shaper in such an open and foolish way. Only a mad one would attract the wrath of the Shapers. In this, I wish I could help you. Such provocations cannot be good for anyone. Not even the wild serviles of Kaz would do such a thing. I suspect. I do not think you will find the answer to that question here.
Alright, well, that's cool. Toodaloo! Did they just move on my... Don't you be moving and getting all restless because of trains passing, okay? You stay still, Dice Bag. You think about what you did. I think that's a sign that it's getting a little late here. A little early. Oh, man. I spent so much time fiddling around with this, trying to get it work properly. And recording a bit of teleglitch before this that I just kind of wore myself out. So I think I'll leave the rest of this to another session. I might even hold these videos back. Yeah, probably will. I only played 3. I like going through 3 episodes. I'm in too much of a dangerous, perilous situation. I might be spumbled more. I don't want to be spumbled. Don't spumble me. So, I'll hold on to these videos. This is entirely superfluous information, but I'm a trained professional, folks, and first take live commentary, I don't care what I say. I'll see you all next time, though. You take care now. Bye-bye.